carburetor on the old antique outboard. Well, in this live, we're going to fix the ignition coil on it because it is shot. I did fire it up and it ran really good, except for it was only run on one cylinder. So what we're going to do is we're going to yank it apart and put a new coil in it. Let me get you guys set up here so you can see what we're going to be doing here. Right there is the motor we're going to be working on. Let me get all the junk off of it. I already got this all unscrewed. I'll show you guys why we're doing this. Get a flashlight and I'll show you. The other coil's been replaced at one time. But yeah, that one's pretty well roached. So we're gonna let's get you guys set up there so you can actually see what we're doing here. That's pretty good. There ain't nothing metal on these things to stick a flashlight to, so let me find something flat and metal I can use for a microphone or a flashlight stand here. There we go, there's a metal plate right there. That should give us enough room. Alright, let's see here. This is all American standard. Let's get that busted loose. Get a big screwdriver. Put that nut back on there. Don't want to damage the threads. I should probably pull this tank off real quick. I think I will. Get a wrench for that. We probably get away with just a little adjustable if I can find one real quick here. What size is it? What was that? 1/2 inch, so it's probably 7/16. On this fuel line here. We should be able to just pull this tank right off of here. What else is holding that on there? Anything? Nope. There we go. We got that off of there. Alright, we'll just take a little screwdriver and get some leverage right here. Pry up on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I got the screwdriver wedged right here with a little pressure going up. Just don't want to hit it too hard. Just don't want to mess up the magnets and the flywheel there. And there she goes. Oh yeah. Yeah, that thing's really bad. It's pretty rough looking, isn't it? Let's see if we can bring you guys in so you can kind of watch a little better. There we go. Now you guys can see. Alright, so we got one, two, couple screws there. I don't know if I got to pull the plate. Let me take a look underneath here. Where's that flashlight? Yeah, I might have to pull the whole plate off here to get the wire out. Although the wire is right there. Let's see. Might be able to get that screw out right there. There's a screw on the bottom here. I might be able to get it out. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it easier on ourselves. Find a good screwdriver. Give these a little wrap. Don't want to strip them out. There's that one. Put that right here on the bench. Figure these things have been on there for shit, almost 70 years. There we go. Got that one. I don't know what that's getting stuck up in. Long one goes there. Give her a couple wraps. Dang. Get you guys dizzy there. Let's see here. Trying to bring it up on the laptop so I can see the chats if there's any. Alright, now I'm going to see if I can get that screw off the bottom. I mean, if I have to take this whole plate off, I will. I'm going to have to turn that over this way. Might be easier to take the whole plate off, to be honest with you. Alright, how did you do that? Let me see where it's bolted on at. that wire wraps all the way around too. So yeah, we need to pull this plate off somehow. Man, it's been so long since I did one of these. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, she was pretty... That's why she wasn't firing, that's for sure. That's part of the coil right there. No, I might be able to loosen that wire and pull enough in to do this. I'm going to try that. Yeah, that's the part that screws into the wire. Let me see if I can get that wire off of there. See if I can get enough room in here with the screwdriver. Loosen this up. Ah, yeah, we got it. Alright, that should give us some room to play there. Should be able to get the new one screwed onto that. Yeah, underneath the coils, that's where the plate comes off. There's a screw right here, and there's a screw under that one. But if I don't have to, I don't want to disturb the other one. The other one's obviously been changed at one time. Alright, where's the new coil? Let me grab a new coil. Where do I got them at? Bought two, so I got a spare. Alright, where's that wire going to? It's going over here to the points. Alright, let's see here. How do we get that one off? There's no screw on it. Oh yeah, there is. Goes to this brass screw right here. Oops. Let's get that off. I used to have one of these a long time ago. And I had to do this on it before, on that one. But that was about, had to be 15, 20 years ago. Alright, there we go. Need to get as much of that crap out of there as I can. Yeah, she don't look too good, does she? I can peel that crap right off of there. Can't even tell where the wire went in. Just crumbling. Yeah, she's crusty. Alright, get all that crap out of there. There's still more in there. There we go. It might give me enough room to get it on there. I'm going to take a pick and poke it around in there and clean that up in there. A little drip of oil in there or something. See a shiny copper in there now. I'm gonna get a drip of oil in there though, just to stop it from getting worse. Just a little drop. We'll get that worked in there. And we'll wipe off. And wipe it off and blow it out. Don't want too much in there, you know. It is rubber. Okay. Here's our new coil. So we get a little extra there to stick up there so we can get this screwed in there. Not left-handed. That's going in. I'd say that's probably good. She's in there. I gotta make sure this lines up with this so it don't hit the flywheel. Yep, that's how the other one is. This goes over to the points. I'll have to make sure that's in the right spot. it. That should go there. Get this. This goes over here. And this one. I need that long one. And the long one goes in that one. Let's see there. There we go. And this one goes over here. Alright, where's that screwdriver at? And then we'll pull the plug and we'll check it for spark. I just gotta come back a little bit this way. Right there. We'll just tuck that up in there so it don't hit nothing. That one looks good. It's tight. And then this long-winded one here. Alright, that one's tight. Now we gotta get this wire back on the points. Takes this little small screw here. We'll get it started and then we'll get everything where it needs to go. Alright, get those out of the way of everything. Right there would be good. Alright, let's put this flywheel on and make sure nothing's rubbing. I still gotta put that screw on the bottom there for the wire. Is it hitting it? Shouldn't be. I don't think it is. Where's the keyway? There it goes. Doesn't sound like nothing's rubbing. Alright, so where's that nut? Oh, we gotta put the... No, we don't have to put that on yet. Hold on. Alright, where's that nut at? Should be right here. There it is. Make sure I got it. Okay. Make sure we got it right way up. Should be good. And I gotta get that screw on the bottom here. It's still on there. I just gotta Put the wire back up in there and swing this little clip over here. I know you guys can't see it. There we go, just like that. Tighten the screw. Oh, dang it. Let's move that back over there. Alright, that's tight. Now we yank out these spark plugs and we'll see if we got spark. Oh, we got to put all the crap back on it before we can pull it, so we'll work on that too. Let's get all the crap back on it first. So we can pull it. There's these 3 screws here. Pretty sure this is a 1957 Evinrude Light Twin 3-horse. It's either 56 or 57. So she's almost 70 years old. I gotta make sure these are tight, man. 'Cause they are spinning. Let me move that just a hair over. I should keep the wobbling down to a minimum. But then you can't see shit. So we'll just move you. We'll move you right there and then we'll angle you up a little bit. Because we got other stuff to put together on here, so we might as well move you back a little bit. Because we're going to want to see spark and all that good stuff. Here, we'll just leave it there for the top. Getting the top all done. Make sure these are tight. Yep. Okay. Put the gas tank back on there. Gas tank. Get the line back on it. Oh, there we go. No, it's old one. It's got copper gas lines with flared fittings. Never go bad, obviously. 70 years later. I don't make them like they used to, that's for sure. That little white one right there. That one runs like a day it was brand new. That's gonna, one of these are gonna be probably the white one. I'll probably use the white one for my emergency motor on my boat. This one's just a backup for that one. For what I paid for these, I just couldn't pass them up. They're 50 bucks a piece. And I got the weedless prop too, which is really nice. So like if you want to sneak up into real shallow water, you can just raise up the big motor, tilt it up with the trim and tilt, and then just drop this bad boy down and mosey your way through the weeds. Not have to worry about nothing. So there's that and that. And we got our cover here. Our recoil. goes in good. Alright, where's the holes? That one's in. That one's in. That one's in. How come you ain't wanting to go in? There it goes. Okay, let's pop these spark plugs out real quick. See what size they are. What the hell? That must be something with a YouTube mobile or something. Alright, this is the top one, right? Yep, it's got the top band on it. And this is the one that wasn't working. Might still not work. That thing's pretty rusty. We'll try it anyway, though. Alright, let's check this top one first. Make sure that one's sparking. It's gonna be hard for me to do this. I got an idea. Let's see here. That way you guys can see it. I can just clip it on somewhere. Let me find a place to clip this on here. Just no easy way to pull this thing while it's up here, you know what I'm saying? You see that one sparking? Oh, not now. I got an idea. I'm gonna grab a bungee cord. A little tiny one. Find a place to hook it over here. Alright, let's zoom you guys in as best as this will let me. I don't care if I have to move it down. That's the one we're going to be looking at right there. Oh, let me get you up a little higher there. See if you can see any spark on there. I seen spark. Did you? Alright, let's go to the next one. The one we just fixed. Because I knew that one would spark. Let's see if this one sparks now. I don't see a spark. Let's try a different plug. Let's try this one. This one's got it. So it looked like in there. I bet that's all crap. That's probably why we ain't getting spark here now. Let me see this. Oh yeah, that's all rust in there. Let's see here. Maybe. Might work. Alright, what's the hell's the problem here? I have to change that wire. I don't want to shock myself. I can't see nothing. And you can't either. But I ain't getting spark. And that looks horrible in there. Where's that good spark plug with a clean tip on it? I'm going to try that one again. Nada. Alright guys, I think Our problem here is that wire. That's got to be it, because that wire is so screwed up. You know what? Hold on a minute. Could just be the boot too. I'm pretty sure I got another boot. Let me try putting a new boot on it. Let me clip the end of this wire off and see if I got another boot. What do we got for boots? Any screw-on kind? Got that one. How about that one? Got a couple, but that one's kind of weird. What else we got in here? All right, let's clip the end off of that wire and make sure that, see if we can get anything off of that. See if we can find some good wire there. All right, we got good copper there. Should have did that with the end of that one when I screwed that in. A little late now. All right, let's see if we got anything now. I can't hold it there. That should work. All right, we got to tear back into it. We have to find a problem. Probably should have clipped the end of that wire off. I just didn't want to because I didn't want to tear this whole thing, the whole plate off to do it. To be able to get it all back together. Trial and error. That's alright, we can tear this thing apart quickly. As many times as we need to. It's not like it's a hard thing to do. Put that back on. Alright, we gotta get this gas tank off. Trying to zoom you guys back out. I don't want to be in the way, so try to get you guys somewhere, like right there for now. All right, where's my screwdriver? Might be able to just pry this off now. Nope. I need a couple little wraps with the hammer. There we go. Let me clean that points. Points might be the problem too. Get a little strip of this. I don't think it's the points though. They look very clean, so. There's a little bit of crap on there. I got an idea, guys. I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier. We can spin it with this and check and see if it was just the points. Where is it? There it is right there. Grab a drill. Where's the drill? The drill should spin this thing over. And it doesn't have no plugs in it, so it should. Alright, let's see if we got spark. Oh, I gotta move the lever off of that. Oh yeah, we got good spark now. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, points were just a little dirty on that one. I don't want to zap myself. Nice fat blue spark, so we're good there. Just got to put a new boot on that one. Alright, where's the impact? Nice fat blue spark too. Alright, tighten this down. Okay. Those 3 screws and all that stuff back on there. We can put this on the stand and fire it up. It's not like you can ruin the water pump in this one, it's metal. So we should be able to fire it up. I'll put it on the little stand thing I got over there with the bucket. I don't have no water in it, but we're not going to run it long, just make sure she runs. These are quiet too when they're in the water. These are a very quiet motor. Alright, those are tight. Get that gas tank back on there. If you stick around, you'll hear it fire, hopefully. There we go. Got that lined up. Oh, get back in there. There we go. I don't know why the zoom acts so weird when it's live streaming, but it is what it is. I'll take whatever I can get. Alright, that's nice and tight. Alright, we'll get the recoil back on. Let me get this one on first. This one seemed to be the pain in the ass the last time. Alright, that one's going. That one's going. That one's going. Alright, they're all going. I'm gonna lose my light. It's getting ready to fall off of there. Man, gas nowadays sucks. I just put that gas in there like a month ago and they're already starting to smell foul. Usually run ethanol free in these because of how much they sit. Alright, let's see if we can find a boot that'll work for this. I have one, but it's kind of a funky ass boot here. Goes on a pocket quad, but it's the right kind, so I just clip this off of here. Won't look too horrible. That one's screw on? Yeah, it screws on. Alright, we gotta put some oil on this stuff. You don't want to spin. Make sure that screws in there. Oh, now I'm twisting the whole damn thing. Oh, what the hell. Where's the little pliers at? I can reach in there and grab that damn thing and see what it looks like. See what the hell the problem is here. Okay, it's one of these kind. We're gonna poke it through the damn wire and hope like hell it works. Oh, now I gotta feed it all the way back through there. That little tiny ass hole. There it goes. Alright, let's put a plug on it and make sure it works. Let's put the old rusty nasty plug on there. Make sure I'm in all the way. Alright, we got the nasty plug on there. If that one sparks, then we're good. Let's find something to grab onto over here. Grab onto that. Alright, let's see if it sparks. Yep, she's sparking. Alright, so that boot will work. Jeez. No, it's stuck on the plug. I don't like that boot. The boot is janky. But it works. So it's gonna stay. Till I can find another one. I'm gonna go look. I think I got another one like that. That screws on. But you gotta take the tips off for this one. So that one won't work. Here we go. Why didn't I just use this one? Here. I got a better one. I'm just gonna make sure it still works. Put that up there. See that one? It's supposed to have a rubber boot on the end of it. Like this one. So we'll steal the one off of this one. Put it on this one. There we go. Get that screwed in there real good. I like the screw-in kind better. Get a lot better contact with the... Take these out and make sure this works. Alright, where's that? Make sure it still works. Still works. Alright, now we can put the plugs back in. Then we can put the side covers on. Alright, where's the socket for this? I just had it there. There it is. That one goes top. See, it's got a little band on it, so you know that one's the top one. And that one's the bottom. Should be good. We gotta find our parts. Our side covers. Another thing I am not seeing is the screws for the side covers. This one goes on that side. I'm gonna have to look around here. No, what? I think I'm missing a few things here. That I need to locate. Where's the choke rod? All that stuff was right here. I kept it all together. Let me find that other bag of parts. That's where it's got to be. Oh, come on. The hell's holding me up there? Alright, that one will go on. I gotta find them. I gotta find those screws. I'm missing 4 screws here. And a choke pull. And I know I didn't. I know I kept all that crap together. It's gotta be in this other bag over here. Yeah, I found them. They're in the bag. Choke pull, side cover screws, gonna have to put this motor on the other stand to get the other side. It's got that engine over there. The other motor sitting right here, so it's gonna make it a little difficult. See if we can get it on there. I just don't want that rubbing on anything. Oh, there we go. Wonder if I can turn it. Nope. Alright, I gotta get that other stand. Might have to put something heavy on the stand to be able to start this. I was going to want to flip off of there. Hold on, let me get this on there and I'll show you guys. Let's get that cover on there. Find the other two screws. There we go. Get my bungee cord out of there. Might take a minute for that top or that bottom cylinder to start hitting, because who knows how long it's been running with only one cylinder. And believe me, you can run them for a long time like that. I ran one for like 3 years with a bad coil, because it would still get you back home if you needed to. Just probably no more than 2 or 3 knots, but they are pretty damn faithful engines to. I need to look in there. I need to see which way this goes on there. Okay, it goes this way. Oh, let me flip it over. There we go. I screw that on there. Come on, screw on. Alright, what's going on here? There, I think I got it that time. Alright, there we go. Pull choke, or what does it say? Yeah, pull choke. Alright. Alright, we'll pull the choke. Give her a little bit of gas. Turn on the gas. Crack the vent. Hopefully she don't fall off the stand. Get some gas in her. Where does it say start at? Right there. Love the smell of two-stroke. And there you go, she runs. And like I said, that's got a metal water pump in it. You ain't got to worry about starting with no water. For a short period anyway. So if you liked the video, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. Have a good one. I'll see you guys on the next one. Subscribe if you haven't.